see where the deer have walked. See, I know a little bit about reading signs. I can track a deer through a mud hole anyway. They walk pretty good right up through there. But I can tell you why. There's a feeder right there. Now Roscoe's investigating it. Found another log full of turkey tail. Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. I just got my camera today out walking around, looking, exploring. Just kind of seeing what's growing up. I filmed a little bit earlier in my yard. Some of the wild plants that's growing right there. And I just came back here walking around, I guess, to see what was back here. Talk a little bit about some videos, future videos. Let me turn this around. Y'all see what I am. See if I can cross this without getting my old moccasins wet. Oh yeah, we made it across. Roscoe did too. Right down here is where I film a lot of my medicinal plants, but I have never been back here during the early spring to see what's growing. And you can see it's just kind of everything's dead, nothing here. So I was just gonna walk around and see what plants are here. What I normally do when I find a plant, I get my picture of this out and shoot it with it, and then I take a couple actual photos. I go back to the house and do some research. I am going to do a video here pretty quick on all my books that I've got. Y'all, I love books. I am a book collector. You don't probably need as many books as I have to do foraging and wild medicinal plants and stuff, but I just like the books, and I go back and research, and especially being that I'm somewhat teaching, sharing knowledge with you guys, I enjoy doing all the research. So once I've put all that work in, I want to share it with you guys so you can look at it and say, hey, there's a video of that. That's what that is, and that's what all it does, and you don't have to do all the digging. So anyway, I see there's a lot of chickweed growing. All of this running vine right here, it looks like a carpet. That is chickweed. Look back here. I mean, it is thick. You can make you a heck of a salad out of that. I was looking to see what some of these plants are coming up, so I will. Who is hollering? Anyway, they had a house up there on the road. Oh, you can see right there. I don't know exactly what that is, so I'll take a picture in a little bit with my phone when I'm filming with my phone and see what that is. I wanted to ask you guys, what are y'all interested in as far as videos? Do you like, for me, and I know a lot of you like me picking and carrying on, telling crazy jokes and all kind of stuff. We're going to continue to do that. We definitely going to do a lot of fishing this coming spring. But I don't want to be just fishing video. Last year, I did not do a lot of gardening videos. They did not get a lot of views in the past. And that's what I originally started this channel out, was filming some of my gardening. And I really enjoy gardening and growing thing. So if that's something now, I know there's about 200, 250 of you that pretty much watch every video. I average about 200 videos every time I put one out. I really appreciate you guys watching, commenting on all of them. I love to hear from you. I love talking with you guys. And that brings me up to another question. Are you guys interested in me sitting down at some point and doing a live? If so, what would be a good time? I don't want to just sporadically pop on and do a live and there not be anybody on there, because I don't have a big enough audience to just get on there and talk to one or two people, and just hope you're not busy at the time. So I would like to have, like, this is going to be the time that we sit down and do a live, and you can ask questions and I'll try to answer them. I am not the smartest guy, and don't think I'm the smartest guy that I could sit and answer all of your questions. But I will, ask me questions. If I can answer it, I would love to. But I'll do the research, come back later, do a video on whatever the topic is, and possibly, it could be other stuff that I could answer. I love to read, y'all, and I'm doing somewhat of a phone purge type deal. No, I'm not getting away from Instagram, Facebook. I'm not leaving the internet and all that kind of business. But y'all, it'll suck you in and consume all of your time. So I'm kind of backing away, and I've been reading a lot. I have read Beowulf, the Iliad, The Hobbit. I'm reading through the first book of the Lord of the Rings right now. I've read the book of Jeremiah in the Bible. I'm fixing to go into Ezekiel. I'm reading Lamentations, which it ain't but like 5 chapters, so it's not a whole lot to it. But I'm mixing my Bible reading in. We're reading a lot of these other novels and things. I've bought books. I go to thrift stores and buy books. I enjoy doing it. So I've got new plant books. We would do a video on all the plant books. But I just was curious of what you guys would like. Would you like for me to do a lot of my gardening videos, when we planting what? I had got away from it, like I said, because they just didn't get a lot of views, and I said, well, people don't care about that. My fishing videos do real good, so we definitely gonna do a lot of fishing. I'm probably gonna do more fishing this year than I did last year, if I've got time. I'm gonna sit down just for a minute, prop my phone up right here on the stick. But anyway, the live, if that's something you guys would be interested in, I love to talk to you. I love to hear from you. I like for y'all to comment on all my videos, and I try to respond to all of them. If you go back and comment on older videos, I probably don't see it. It don't come up in my notifications the same. If I do happen to see it, I try to reply to them, or at least go through and put a thumbs up if I'm not busy. I don't ignore people just because, hey, I'm better than you and I don't have time to talk to you. I try not to be like that at all. I promise you guys, I am really down to earth. I'm simple. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in this to be popular. I'm not in this to feel like, well, hey, this, I'm somebody. I'm not. I just enjoy filming and the outdoors, and I live a real simple life. I don't have a lot of bills. In other words, we saved up. I had a guy tell me, he said, you live like nobody else would so that one day you could live like nobody else could. And that is the truest statement. We lived in a little junkie trailer for years. It was paid for, and I bought a vehicle and we paid it off. When I bought things, I paid it off. I didn't buy more than I could afford. Yeah, we bought some toys. I got boots. I've got a four-wheeler and a buggy. We had a Harley for a long time. I traded it. They stuck me with interest on it, but that's a whole nother story. I paid off stuff, and then when we built the house, I built it myself, saved up money, and paid for it as I went. I think I wound up borrowing about $8,000 from somebody personally, not a bank, and that could afford it, and that knew me well enough to trust me that I would pay it back. And I paid that off, and I owed nothing on my house. And that's why, y'all, I can film YouTube videos and make pottery. We don't make a lot of money with our pottery, but we do pay our bills, which we don't have a lot of them. I did have to buy a kiln. We're paying on it. We bought a new truck to deliver pottery, and we're paying on that. That's about the only 2 things I'm paying on, other than that buggy. And it allows me to be able to leave in the middle of the day and come back here and film videos. It's not that, hey, I'm loaded with money and we, I can just lollygag around, don't have to do nothing. We work our tails off in that pottery. But when I get tired of it, I come out here and walk around these woods and clear my mind. This is where I spend my time with God. God's the reason that I can do everything that I do. He's the reason I have what I have. If it wasn't for God, y'all, I'd still be an alcoholic sitting on a bar stool, drinking my life away and watching it all go down the toilet, and I wouldn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing before I quit drinking. At the time I was 35 years old, I had a trailer and that truck. I was still being smart. I was still, I wasn't overloading myself. I was working, making decent money too. I was just drinking the extra up. I was paying my bills, but I wasn't getting ahead because mentally I didn't have the vision. Once you start alcoholic, you just sit down and drink every day. You're not going to do nothing. So anyway, we got past all that. God has blessed me. So I come back here, walk around in the woods, and that's where I spend my time praying. A lot of people say, you go to, a lot of times I don't make it to special prayer meetings and different things because not that I don't need to be there, But I relate to God. I get more from God back here by myself in these woods. That's why I love the outdoors. That's why I come up with this spirit of the outdoors, because the spirit is God. The spirit that I talk about is not a spirit in them plants. It's the spirit of God that he's in these outdoors. And he's connected to all these plants. Yeah, these plants have powers, but their powers is of God. God give them the power to heal men. He talked about herbs in the Bible. So, you know, I get to come out and share my heart. I wanted to talk to you about videos. Y'all leave me a comment on videos that you would like to see me do, things that you're interested in. Would you like to see the gardening videos? Do you want me to film a ton of content? In other words, I don't mind doing it. I love to film. I love to edit the videos. It's peaceful to me. And I'm doing the research and living the life anyway. I just turn the camera on when I'm doing something. So if you want to see gardening, planting, when to plant potatoes, when to plant this stuff, you know, how did it do? Did we plant something that didn't make this year? You know, that happens. I experiment with a lot of different ways of doing things. So yeah, these things sometimes that just didn't work. You know, that didn't do nothing. I'll share that with you. I don't have a problem with you knowing I failed at something, because that's real life. When you watch people that they don't do nothing but succeed, well, they editing out a whole lot of mistakes. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody don't want to watch somebody screw up everything all the time, but it happens to the best. And I'm not one of the best. I'm just average. Let me know what you guys want to see. We're going to fish for sure. We're going to bowfin, which I call grunnel, and we're going to bass fish more this year. I'm going to bass fish at Swamp. We're going to catfish. We're going to do some catfishing up on the Tennessee Tombigbee River for big catfish this year. I have all the stuff. We have done it before. In fact, I went last year and we didn't have good luck. Took Casey Gray with me, and we missed it. They had done started up in the shallows, and people was catching them noodling in them boxes. So we didn't catch very many on the lines, but we're going to go early enough, probably here before long, and do that. We definitely going to crappie fish, y'all. I love the crappie fish. But I'm going to take y'all to catch red bellies at a beaver dam this year. I didn't do that last year. So we got a lot of fishing we're going to do. And I'm going to do a lot more edible plants this year. We're going to probably pick up the medicinal hard and heavy later on in the fall. That's when you typically harvest. I'm sure we'll throw one in there and other. But let me know what you guys want to see, what you'd like out of this channel. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Thanks to every one of you that like and hit that thumbs up button on these videos, because it helps people find these videos. I would urge you, the ones that you like, that you really think will help people you know, share them on your Facebook page. All you got to do is go over there and hit share and copy the link, go to your Facebook page, make a post. I would really appreciate it. Help this channel grow, because we reaching other people. It's not about the money. I've made a total since I started this. We got monetized last year in June. I have made about $300 or $400 off the whole deal. So y'all, I'm not in it for the money. I enjoy doing it. It's fun for me to come down here and just sit and talk to this camera. I love to talk, so that works out for me. And then to know to go, and you know, I don't want it to be boring. We don't want it to be like the little boy that went to church, and they was standing out in the foyer. He pulled on his daddy's coattail. He said, "Daddy, what's that up there?" And they was looking. It was a veterans memorial plaque, and it says, "This is the list of the men that have died." I guess men and women that died in service. And the little boy, he said, "What's that?" And his daddy said, "Well, son, that's the men and women that died in service." And he said, "Well, what service they die in, the morning or the night?" So we don't want this to be where you so bored you die in service. We don't want you to, die bored from watching our videos. We're trying to keep it fun and exciting. So, and as I sit here talking to y'all before I shut this video camera off, these are a log laying right here. Broke down, and y'all look at that. I may just take that home with me and lay it down in the yard. It is covered with turkey tail mushrooms. They make a good tea. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Like, subscribe if you hadn't already. This is probably going to be one of the most boring videos that we do, but I did want to share some thoughts with you. And thank y'all for watching. And like I said, leave me a comment on what you'd like to see. and we'll try to get with that. Y'all have a good one. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all.